It's a busy week, as you say. The president's just got back and he's tweeted today the Senate should act on health taxes quickly. It's the nuclear option, isn't it? The Senate should switch, he says, to 51 votes immediately. How likely?
Well, I can tell you that some prominent Republicans, particularly within the Senate, don't particularly fancy the idea of going that route. People like Senator John McCain. Congress is in recess this week. Not much in terms of what can move the ball forward. A lot of aides going to be having some back channel meetings, but back channel apparently the word of the day here in Washington, because all eyes focusing on the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, whom President Trump defended yesterday in an interview with the New York Times. But I have to be honest here, the consultants that I've spoken with here in Washington, several of whom are actually working in tangent with the White House, feel that this Jared Kushner problem is only going to escalate. Earlier this morning, President Trump trying to get out ahead of it with his tweet, retweeting a news article from Fox and Friends suggesting that Jared Kushner didn't particularly try to go about that back channel, but clearly very much a lot of unanswered questions. Of course, Mike Dubke, the Deputy Communications Director, announcing his resignation. He's leaving the White House. A lot of folks feel that this is going to be the start of a shakeup within the president's communications operation.
Right. So what's going to take priority this week, Kevin?
Well, look, it's a slow day here in Washington in terms of the president's public schedule, but he clearly wants to move the ball forward on tax reform, on health care, but Congress isn't in session, so somewhat slow of a week. I think the big story coming out of Washington this week is going to be the potential for a shakeup as the president tries to reset the narrative and get out on offense of what has been a firestorm of accusations against this White House coming off of his first international trip.